My name is Vysuals, and I started speedrunning with Hollow Knight back in 2017. I got over 25 main category world records in the game over 7 years. Unfortunately, even when I run other games, I'm always known as the Hollow Knight guy. So, I set out on a journey to run the best-selling game on every console up to Generation 7, and get into the top 75% on the main category leaderboard of each, to prove that I'm a speedrunner, not just a Hollow Knight runner. Welcome to my bestseller speedrun series. Starting off this series is the Atari 2600, since I'm only going by console release order for everything except Minecraft, since that's the bestseller for PC, and I'm using the 2011 game release for that one. So taking a look at the Atari's best-selling games, and we immediately run into an issue. The top 3 games don't really have true speedruns in my opinion. They're more focused on surviving for as long as you can and getting high scores. You could say that you could speedrun to the kill screen, but that's super unreasonable for this challenge. So I decided to go with the number 4 entry, Pitfall. Taking a look at the leaderboard for this, there's only 4 runners, and second place is a tie at 1910. The run for this game is pretty simple. You have to gather 32 pieces of jewelry, 8 bags, 8 silver, 8 gold, and 8 rings. You have 3 lives, and dying the first 2 times places you at the left side of the current room, with the third death being game over, obviously. Touching any scorpion, snake, croc's open mouth, or campfire is an instant death, or falling into the pit, but duh. You have 20 minutes total, and your time for the leaderboard is 20 minutes minus whatever time is left on the in-game timer at the top left. Normally starting out learning a speed game, I like to do a little research on some runs in my range to see what they do, look at any guides available, and then try to finish a no reset just to see what time I start with. The problem with doing that no reset for Pitfall is that living through a full run of this game turned out to be the biggest hurdle I'd face, which is going to turn out to be an issue for quite a few of these games in the beginning of the challenge. Old school games are made to be hard and unforgiving. So day 1, I spent around 30 minutes getting between 2 to 4 of the 32 jewelry before getting a game over. I was having a lot of trouble with the crocodiles, especially because in other runs I had seen players jump on the very back of the croc's head safely. I kept trying that, but just wasn't able to consistently control what I landed on with my character. At the very least, I was finding a lot of different ways I could mess up, so I'd know what to avoid and what to focus on improving it. I finally ended up getting a run started, getting to the 11th piece of jewelry, and accidentally got off the vine just too early and fell right here.
It was risky and then I died! Okay, we got almost halfway through the run.
The next run I got to the 9th jewelry, and learned the hard way that the barrel hitting you will keep you from jumping.
I tried to stop. Fuck!
My 24th run is the best run I had so far. I got to the 17th piece of jewelry before even losing a life.
No. Fuck, I shouldn't. Okay, that's fine.
Which sounds great, and kinda was, but I was playing so slow and safe that I probably wouldn't have even been able to finish the run. But at the very least, I was seeing parts of the game I hadn't gotten to yet. I ended up speed walking my way to the final 7 jewelry before losing another life, and as close as I felt there, I only had 2 minutes to finish, which probably wasn't enough. But I kept going, only getting 1 more jewelry before misjudging this crocodile's timing and jumped right in.
No! I gotta know, was I on pace to actually finish the fucking run?
But I felt like I got to see a lot of the game, and that was pretty encouraging for me. Surely the next couple days would see similar progress, right? Day 2 started off kinda hot, with a run getting to the 18th piece 40 seconds ahead of my best pace. Unfortunately, I then got super impatient and jumped onto the crocs way too late and didn't even make it to the 3rd before dying.
Snake. I'm so fucked. I should go. Alright, it's okay.
I would then only get 1 more run anywhere, but taking 2 deaths super early meant that missing this vine entirely would be the end of the stream.
What the heck is up with my...
Oh, I didn't grab that vine! Oh, I got robbed.
Sorry, that's a really funny noise.
Day 3 was a short one, because I was already super tired from a long stream where I PB'd in Neon White. One of my first runs would get to the 11th split with some super early deaths, so I already wasn't thrilled.
Oh! I didn't know that could happen.
I would then start another dozen or so runs, but I just kept taking stupid early deaths, and after this unfortunate scorpion death, immediately into accidentally hitting the jump button, like I couldn't wait to die in the pit, I called it here.
Okay, yeah.
When starting this challenge, I wasn't sure how many sessions I expected each game to take before accomplishing my goal of top 75%. But I did expect to finish a run before day 4, and with Pitfall, I had to reset my expectations a bit. Finishing older games like this is pretty hard, especially if you've never played it at all. So I was really focused on finishing any run in this session. My first run of the day, I got all the way to the 21st split before misjudging the Croc's timing for what felt like the 1000th time.
Oh my god, I was not risking it! It's just so much later than I thought.
I was pretty upset at myself because I wanted to finish a run so badly, and this one was almost a minute ahead of my best split times. So I started being a little stingy about when it was acceptable to lose my first life, and would reset if I didn't happen far enough in. That's when I started run number 72, where I got to jewelry number 12 before getting greedy here on this pit.
No! Okay. That was so stupid.
But I figured if I locked in a bit, I could make that work. We were over a third through the run. I ended up getting to bag number 8 for the first time, and still had a spare life to work with. I kept going through new rooms, trying to make sure I followed the guide as best as I could without slowing down to read it on my other monitor.
Oh! Okay, fuck it.
As I was on the last split, I was focusing so ridiculously hard on jumping over these scorpions because if I died twice at this point, I might have just gone insane. I finally grabbed gold number 8 and looked at life split, seeing 1912.
Oh! Yes! First finished run! No! No! I have to do one more run! No!
At first, I was so upset, thinking that I was 2 seconds behind the two runners tied for second place at 1910, but then I remembered that life split doesn't really matter for this game. The timer in the top left is what the leaderboard is based on. And wouldn't you know, I tied for second place with 50 seconds on the clock left, same as the other two runners. I really should have used my spare life to hit a scorpion on purpose to teleport to the left of the room and save a couple seconds, but I was way too locked in on just making sure that this run finished. So, my first run in the series is complete, and I couldn't be happier to be done with Pitfall. Barely being able to control my character is so frustrating, so surely the next game in the series is a huge upgrade in that regard. Right? Tune in for episode 2, where we're on to the franchise, and not just speedrunning, but all of gaming. Strap in for the original Super Mario Bros.